traditional name of Puja Gurudev. Om Pavanaya Namaha.
Om Pavanaya Namaha.
Om Pavakaya Namaha.
Om Pavakaya Namaha.
Om Purushottamaya Namaha.
Om Purushottamaya Namaha.
Om Prasannatmane Namaha.
Om Prasannatmane Namaha.
Om Phalasaktirahitaya Namaha.
Om Phalasaktirahitaya Namaha.
Om Bahubhaktaya Namaha.
Om Bahubhaktaya Namaha.
Om Bandhamochakaya Namaha.
Om Bandhamochakaya Namaha.
Om Brahmanishthaya Namaha.
Om Brahmanishthaya Namaha.
Om Brahmanishthaya Namaha.
Om Brahmanishthaya Namaha.
Brahmanishtha is called. This is the goal of it. All seekers to become Brahmanishtha. Brahmanishtha means established in Brahman. You know, like when you just start driving. Well, that car going two sides of the road, right? Oh, bicycle. And you start riding a bicycle. That bicycle wobbly like that. You know, one little fella riding down the road, pass in front of the house. Hey, look, mom, no hands. He riding without holding that handle. He pass back again. Look, mom, no feet also. Third time he pass. Look, mom, no teeth. In the beginning, like that, you know, you wobbly, fall down, this, that, hit your head and all kind of thing. But after some time, man, you're not even thinking that you're riding. It becomes second nature like that. So that's called bicycle nishtha. See, here is absolute reality. Brahman is described. The qualityless, attributeless, with nirguna, paramatma, without gunas. That's of nature of pure being, gunaless. So one is seeking that thing. So the mind wobbles and the mind is chanchal and churning and all that. But at some stage the mind becomes absolutely quiet and merges with that. That time the mind doesn't lose its balance and its peace and tranquility. When that happens, that is called Brahmanishtha. Brahmanishtha, abiding in that reality. Otherwise, we have momentary flashes of some peace in the mind. Otherwise, mostly the mind is in pieces. Not having peace. So, one who has really attained that state and has become second nature, it doesn't come out of it. That is called as Brahmanishtha. So Gurudev called it Brahmanishtha. So he said Brahmanishtaya Namaha. See the origin of the name. Alright. Okay. Now, when we left it last night, we were in chapter 11. Bahudam Shrakaralam. Pravratitastataham Tam Shrakaralani. 27 finish?
27.
I have to start 28. Yathana dinam bahu vomavegaha. Like from there, right? Om parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam vyasena gratitam purana munina madhye mahabharatam advaitamritavarshinim bhagavatim अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यास विशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम्। गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है
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 बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है श्री बाके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है
गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है
गोपाल मेरो है
गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है।
Very special Hari Om to all the devotees from the Tobago Hindu Society, to Pulmati ji, to Pandit Mahesh, Pandit Ramdat Mahesh, and to all the wonderful people who are keeping this Sanatana Dharma alive in this part of the country. There are people keeping it alive in Shakari also. It's amazing. Sanatana Dharma. So we are seeing now, we have to start from number 28 of the 11th chapter. It is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Vishwarupa Darshana. Bhagavan has given to Arjuna divine eyes. Divyam dadamite chakshuhu, he says. I give you divine eyes, not regular eyes. With your regular eyes you can't see. And actually, I am always amazed at this thing. If you really give it some thought, you will, from a spiritual standpoint, you will realize that these eyes are given to blind us. Not for us to see, but to blind us. Because in seeing all of these manifestations, we become blind to the reality. That's why they say people without eyes see better than people with. That's why Surdas saw so well. So, Bhagavan has given to Arjuna divine eyes, Divya Chakshu. And now Arjuna is able to see the Lord in all his great cosmic manifestations. And now, what he is seeing, he is describing. This is very Yatha nadinam bahu om bavegaha समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामि नरलोकवीराः विशन्ति वक्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति विशन्ति वक्त्राणि अभिविज्वलन्ति. They are entering your flaming, blazing mouth. Who? Naraloka Viraha, all the great heroes of this Naraloka, of this earth. I see all of them entering your flaming mouth. How? And in the first two lines, Arjuna also is very philosophical, He gives examples and all. Arjuna is like a teacher, he also gives examples. How? Yatha nadinam bahavom vivegaha. Bahavom vivegaha means like how all the rivers rush down to the ocean. Samudrameva abhimukha dravanti. Or they rush down. All the gushing rivers in great, see last night I told you also, in great haste, and that is put there to symbolize this thing. What is that? That our time here is momentary. We are in great haste going towards the jaws of death. Only we think it is long. Only after many, many years, then we realize, but the time gone. He gives another example. Arjuna likes example. In all the rivers, they are rushing relentlessly towards the ocean. Right? He is in a example mood. See. यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतंगाः विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगाः तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकाः तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगाः Samriddha Vegaha come two times in the verse? Samriddha Vegaha. All together, rushing fast. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patangaha. Patanga, it is moth. See any flame in the night time? No, daytime you will not see. But in night time, there is a flame there. You see all these moths and flies. And in India, you have to see that. Wow, pray. Here in Trinidad, you don't see. In our ashram, along the corridor, we had about maybe 7-8 rooms on one wing, and then 7-8 rooms and like that, right? And in front of every door there will be a bulb there. 16. And if you when you get up in the morning, under each bulb you will see a heap, literally a heap, under each bulb. Think about how many of them. But these insects, they are attracted to this light. And yes, when there is a flame, they are attracted to that flame. And they get burnt like anything. And they rush to that. They rush for that thing. So there is patanga, in plurality given. There is moth. You know what is moth? Moth is masculine of myth. Moth. M-O-T-H-S, moth. Like that. Vishanti nashaya samriddha vega. In haste they run to die. So Arjuna is seeing all of these soldiers, all of the different people in this battle. In hundreds of thousands they were. They're all rushing into the jaws of death. Bhagwan's flaming. Tavapi, Vaktrani, Samriddha Vega. They're entering his mouth. His mouth which is flaming. Jwalanam, Pradiptam. Vaktrani. Flaming, blazing mouth. In other words, in Bhagwan's mouth, he's seeing the fire of dissolution of the universe. That fire which dissolves the universe. This was a local thing I told you, local destruction which was going on there. And Bhagwan enjoying the whole thing also. Until a devotee has come to enjoy both the positive and negative, means see the whole negative, what you think. Look here. I told you last night, nah? We see death everywhere in the world, but we don't like it until we have come to accept 100% that this world is made up of death just as it is made up of life. Until we have come to accept that, we can never be a balanced devotee, a devotee who has achieved samatvam, a seeker who achieves samatvam. So we have to learn to accept death also, just in the same way. In fact, you have to see the positive side of death just like the positive side of light. You think that if things in this world never used to die, no insect has ever died. No mosquito has ever died. You think? No relative has ever died. Greater than great grandfather, he was here also. He also was here. All the human beings, Caribs, Arawak, Native, Red Indian, Apache, Eskimo, dinosaurs. Think if things never used to die on this, you would have a place to walk. So that's first thing. Means it is very good that they died. That means it has to be very good that we will die also. Because we have to make room for the. And the second thing about all of this, listen, really speaking, there is no death in all of it. We only coming back. Death means we just going to change our body and come like this morning, all of we get up and we change our clothes and things. Same way, we go and change this body. And so we who died as the mosquito, we who died as the bird, we who died as the dinosaur, we who died as the grandfather, and we come back. So I am my own grandson. Like that. Everything we come back normal. When you understand the whole thing like this, then you don't see anything bad in death. You don't see anything wrong in dying and the death that is there in the universe and all that. The problem is, because of our karma, bad karma, we get a bad death. Otherwise, if that karma is good and we are good sadhak and all that, we leave that body effortlessly. Tulsidaji writes in Ramayana, when Bali dropped his body, Bali dropped his body so effortlessly because in the last moment he became a devotee of Ram. He said, like a mala dropping from the neck of an elephant. The elephant know? He know any mala drop from his neck? So effortlessly. But then we don't have such an easy death because we engage in all kind of bad karma. You know? And people just feel, no, me, I do no bad karma. What bad karma I do? But every moment we engage in all kind of bad karma. Starting from eating all the wrong food, wrong lifestyle. 12 o'clock in the night, waking up, playing all fours. 1 o'clock. And laughing hard while swimming. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You know, we're supposed to be in bed, you know, at a certain time, live the proper lifestyle and all that. And wake up early and have good breakfast, you know. If you're having breakfast, it should be fruits and all that kind of thing. People get up and they have all the heavy bacon and eggs and all kind of thing in the morning time. And when people say, me, I do nothing wrong. Whole lifestyle wrong, ulta, upside down. So we're talking about that thing. So then, in the end, we don't leave this world in a very calm and peaceful, balanced way. And then, let me tell you something, the very neglect of Shastra is bad karma. You neglect the Shastra, you cast out the Shastras, and in this Gita, we'll see later on, Ya Shastra vidhim utsrijya vartate kam kartaha nasa siddhim vapnoti na sukham na param gatim. Who cast out the Shastra from their life? He said that person will achieve nothing great, no happiness, not in this world, not in the other world. So that thing, you just to be casting out of the Shastra or the neglect of Shastra is bad karma. But when I say may do nothing wrong, Swamiji. There are two types of sin, sins of commission and sins of omission. So what you omit also is pap. You're supposed to be studying Shastras all the time for guidance. Tasmat. Therefore, let the Shastra be your guide, he says. Take the Shastra as the guide. Karya vyavastita, and what to be done and what not to be done. Then is good karma. So Arjuna is seeing that other side, and I told you have to learn about the other side also, and you learn that from the Shastra. Now see, if you see in the society, you will never learn about the other side, because when somebody dies, that become sensational for media, and everyone, oh, but the man died. But that is the world. People just die waiting. The media go make that in such a sensational way that it is wrong for people to die. The karma of the universe working itself out. Oh, media had to do with anything like that. But the media get an opportunity to make money. To understand the karma of the world working itself out, all that you get from Shastras only. What he sees more in this, see this thing. Lelihyase grasamanas samantat Lokan samagran vadane jvaladbhihi Tejobhirapurya jagat samagram Bhasastavogra pratapanti Vishnu Bhasastavogra pratapanti Vishnu Lelihyase grasamana samantat. Bhagwan is devouring all of his being, and he licking his tongue too. Licking his lips and he devouring all this. It means to say what? Death has to be enjoyed just as much as life. And I just told you the rationale why. That has to be enjoyed just as much as life, because in the dying away of one generation and one set, that is making room for the next. So it is just as enjoyable, because actually it becomes like a sacrifice. He is licking his lips. Clearly he has said. You are licking your lips. Grasamana, in swallowing all of this, being devouring samantat from all sides. Lokan samagran vadane jvaladbhihi. All the beings, he's swallowing all these hundreds of thousands of warriors. Tejo virapurya jagat samagram. From all sides, his blazing mouth is there, shining. And bhasastavogra pratapanti Vishnu, and he's burning away all of these beings. Now see, burning also can be taken symbolically, you know. The withering away of life is burning. The withering away of life. But you see, Arjuna is seeing all of this in one flash, like that. Now see Arjuna. When he sees all of this vision, he sees Bhagwan, he becomes, beside himself. He's amazed. He could not believe that his hitherto, who he considers friend, is the Lord of the universe in all his manifestations, including death also. The Lord himself. He asked Arjuna, now, Prabhu, see that Akhyahiko me bhavanugra rupaha Namostute devavara prasida Vijñātumicchámi bhavantamadyam Nahi prajanāmi tava pravrittim Nahi prajanāmi tava pravrittim Akhya hi me ko means kaha. You tell me, Bhavan, Ugra Rupa of terrible form. Who are you? All the time I was thinking I'm a friend, eh? No, he's a man. Who are you? Tell me. You tell me who are you. This actually is total surrender of intellect. Well, almost total surrender of intellect. I really don't know. Who are you? You please tell me who really you are. Because first you started out of my friend. You give me a few tap. Then you insult me in the second chapter. You insult me in the second chapter. Then you started telling me all things about Gyan, this, that. But now when you show me this cosmic form of yours in all its manifestations, and good as well as bad, benevolent as well as the terrible, terrific look inside of your being. Who really you are? Arjuna is amazed. Then, one nice step, and please pay attention to this. Anytime in life that you have become bewildered, overwhelmed, defeated, your mind has become flabbergasted. Anytime any of these type of things strike in life, the best thing to do is really to surrender. It is exactly what Arjuna does. He tells, Namostute, salutations to you, Deva Vara Prasida, and you be kind. He prostrates to Bhagavan. Say, please be kind to me. Oh, Deva Vara means greatest among the gods. Vijñātum ichhami, I want to know. Bhavantamadhyam, here today, now, who you are. Nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. I don't know your glory, your greatness. I thought I had known. And even when you told me in the second chapter, in the 10th chapter there, this whole vibhuti, I thought I had known. But now seeing this, all sides of your manifestations, I really, vijñātu vichhami, I want to know. Nahi prajanami, I don't know. And so, see, now in first chapter, see, I told you, see the contrast. In first chapter, he knew everything. He was giving discourse to Bhagavan. Now he says, nahi prajanami, I don't know. You tell me who you are. I want to know you. He realized now he knows nothing. And this is a revelation to a sadhak, to a devotee. When he comes to know that he knows nothing. Every sadhak has to come to this point. Otherwise, the human, I tell you, there's always a team or what do you call that? A conspiracy, that's a better word. There's always a conspiracy between the intellect and the ego. When the intellect knows something, the ego joins up there and makes this fella feel, you know the thing. Nobody knows it better than you. And do you know, I'll tell you one more thing in all of this. That conspiracy between the ego and the intellect is supposed to be removed by religion. Right? But the magnitude of the delusion is wonderful. That intellect uses even religion, thinking that he knows, and what he knows is the correct thing, and the ego conspires with him there. What I know is the correct thing, and my religion is the correct thing, my belief is the correct thing, my God is the correct one, my Shastra is the correct one. The one that is supposed to remove, which is religion, is supposed to remove this defect. That ego and intellect conspires, and they take the religion also and make it into a weapon. The religion itself is used to delude. My religion is best, my belief is best, my Shastra is best, my God is best. Like that. That thing which was meant to release the person from this delusion. That is an amazing thing. We have many, many examples given in Shastras like that. So, the Arjuna has now, Prabhu, this intellect which hitherto had thought that he knew you, now I admit, I don't know. Tava pravrittim, your influence, greatness, glory, mahima, I don't know. So now you tell me who you are. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. See, the Lord himself explains who he is now. Kalosmi lokakshaya krit pravriddhaha लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः
लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः
ऋतेऽपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे
त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे
येव स्थिता प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः
एव स्थिता प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः
तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व
तस्मात्त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व
जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम्
जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम्
मयैवैते निहिता पूर्वमेव
मयैवैते निहिता पूर्वमेव
निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्
निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्
द्रोणं च भीष्मं च जयद्रथं च
द्रोणं च भीष्मं च जयद्रथं च
कर्णं तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमा व्यतिष्ठा युध्यस्व जेतास्मिरने सपत्नान् युध्यस्व जेतास्मिरने सपत्नान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमा व्यतिष्ठा. Right? Ma Vyatishta is there? The second to last line which you just Ma. Yeah. Good thing I know that by heart. This one how did Ma missing. Sri Bhagavan. Bhagavan is now going to explain to Arjuna who he is. Listen to his words now. The Lord's words. He is describing his who is better. The Arjuna had told previously also, only you know who you are. Previously we had seen that. Only you know who you are. So who better person to describe the Lord than the Lord himself? See, we will try to describe and all, but our descriptions will fall way short. That is like an ant. An ant. Ant means A-N-T. Trying to describe Himalayas. How an ant could describe Himalaya? He don't decide. He can't even see the next side. But he could describe. He can't even walk over the next side. So he can't describe. So when we try to describe Bhagavan, it's like that. Something like that. Well, not our case worse. Our case is worse. Because the ant finite and Himalaya finite. But in our case, we finite and Bhagavan infinite. Worse. Bhagavan, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Kala Asmi. I am time itself. Kala in Sanskrit means time, and Kala also means death, because time and death is actually one and same. As time is ticking away, tick, 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 tick. As we are saying like that, what is happening there? We are all dying. There's another way for you to think about this. We are dying and living at the same time. What a wonderful thing. How can you separate the two? You are living, right? That part we're not so sure. But dying, we are absolutely sure. We are dying and living at the same time. It means to say life and death, they are inextricably tied together. We cannot separate them. Bhagavan says, I am that kala, that time, which is death itself. Loka kshaya krit pravriddhaha. I am the one who is responsible for dissolving the whole world. That kala, death, which is responsible for dissolving the whole world. Also for bringing the whole world into manifestation. Both. Lokan samahartumiha pravrittaha, who is responsible for bringing the whole world to a conclusion. Dissolution. And that kala, that time. Because in time all things will go away. And listen to his words now. From here, from the next line, that tune changes now. Arjuna asks, who are you? He says, Ritepi tvam nabhavishyanti sarve. Without you even, my dear Arjuna, Ritepi means tvam, without you. Without you, none of these fellows will stay. Even without you, none of these Kauravas will stay. Nabhavishyanti, they will not be here. So whether you are there or you are not there, they all going down, man. Like that, without you even. Ye avasthitaha pratyanikeshu yodhaha. All these great warriors who are gathered here for fighting. This army, without you even, they are not going to remain. So you don't think that you will be killing them. I am Kalaha. Main hu Kalaha. I am the great time that dissolves all things. Tasmat, therefore, my dear Arjuna, Tvam Utishtha, you get up. Yashola Bhaswa. And this Bhagavan is wonderful also. Here he still is using the dana. Means you get up and get the fame. Because I will kill them, but you will get the fame. You will get the name. Arjuna removed all his Kauravas. He enticing Arjuna, You get up and take the fame. Yashola Bhaswa. You accept the fame. Jitva Shatrun Bhungshvarajyam Samriddham. You remove all of these Kauravas as though. You vanquish all his enemies who have already been vanquished by me. But that is a real thing. Bhagavan is the director. Arjuna becomes the actor. One director telling that actor, they are on top of a hill. The director telling him, jump. That actor say, you're mad. Director, you're mad, I go die. If I jump there, the director said, I not think this is the last scene. Oh Lord. So, Bhagavan becomes exactly like the director. The whole script is written. The director is telling what to do. The actor just has to go through the motions. Because the Lord is in control of this whole universe. He tells Arjuna, you know what that means? Now see, please, this verse, these few lines, has the answer to that big, great question, right? Do we have freedom of choice or do we not have freedom of choice? Because Bhagavan is saying that I have already removed all of them. You just get up and go through the actions and receive the fame. Yasha. Yasha word is there. Yasha in Avadhi, Jasu. Jasu word here. In Hanuman Chalisa and all comes Jasu. There is Yasha in Sanskrit. So, you receive the Jasu. The idea is, Arjuna has a feeling that he has freedom of choice. Bhagavan tells him that I have already done the whole thing. So from Bhagavan's standpoint, it is already done. From the Jiva standpoint, the individual standpoint, we have a feeling that we have freedom of choice. So he's telling, with that freedom of choice, Jitva Shatrun Bhungshvarajyam Samriddham. You, with that freedom of choice which you have, you vanquish all of these Kauravas. So you use your feeling of freedom of choice, because that's how you feel. You feel that you have freedom of choice. In other words, what is the truth and what we feel, they are two different things. So you use your feeling. You feel that you have freedom of choice. You use that and go and vanquish them. But please know that I already vanquished them. Maya eva te nihita purvam eva. From before itself, I don't kill all of them. Bhagavan's word there. Purva means before. Maya nihita purvam eva. By me they have all been vanquished. I told you there, Bhagavan speaks all of these words in Bhagavad Gita in passive voice. By me they have been vanquished already. Destroyed, all of them. Nimittamatram bhavasavyasachin. You just become the instrument for helping them to close their eye. Nimittamatram. You become the instrument. become the excuse. There's a very famous verse. People memorize this verse. Very, very famous. Very famous. Savyasachin also, Arjuna is ambidextrous. He's called a Savyasachin. He could shoot that arrow with right hand or left hand just as good. Savyasachin. Whatever you, that is some name. So Nirta Matram is the operative phrase there. You become an instrument only in the hands of the Supreme. This is for all of us. Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratham cha karnam tathanyanapi yodha viran. All the great heroes who are here. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, tatha anyanapi yodha viran. All the great other great heroes who are here. Maya hatam stvam, hatan. But they have all been killed by me already. Bhishma and Drona, all of them. So Arjuna has already seen Bhishma and Drona dead. So, Tvam Jai, you kill them. But that's sounding like a contradictory language, isn't it? They don't die already, they're already killed by me, but you kill them now. Kill him dead. Kill him dead, yeah, in Trinidad language. Maha Jnana means don't be perturbed. Don't be disturbed in your mind. You get up and Yudhyasva, fight this battle. Jetasi, you conquer them. Rane Sapatnan, this whole army on this battlefield. And don't be perturbed in any way. In other words, what Bhagavan is doing here is relieving Arjuna of a great guilt that he had in the beginning. You all remember that? He was feeling really bad that he has to kill Drona, his guru. Guru nahatva hi mahanu bhavan shreyo bhoktum bhekshamapiha loke. It is better I beg and live on alms than to kill my guru. He is telling there in beginning. Now Bhagavan say, and that's why he chooses his name. First name he puts there. Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratham cha. Arjuna mentioned that guru had to kill Drona. So Bhagavan mentions that Dronam dead already. Why are you talking about Drona? Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratham, everybody already gone. You see? Now, into one more thing which is happening there. Sanjaya is relating this whole thing to Dhritarashtra in the palace there, right? Sanjaya also is being moved, just like Arjuna is being moved. Now Sanjaya relates. Sanjaya uvacha etat shrutva vachanam keshavasya kritanjalir vepamana kiriti namaskritva bhuya evah krishnam sagadgadam bhita bhita pranamya sagadgadam bhita bhita pranamya Sanjaya uvacha. Sanjaya now tells to Dhritarashtra, he says etat shrutva vachanam keshavasya. Now having heard the words of Keshava. Keshava is Bhagavan, Krishna. Now having heard the words of Keshava, kritanjalihi vepamana kiriti. This Arjuna with his hands together like this and shaking. Now Arjuna had to shake. He was trembling. Vepamana means he's trembling. Because what did I just see? Who is this Krishna? All my life I was thinking, Makhan Chor. No ordinary Makhan Chor, you know. Yeah. Yes. Prana Chor. Take away my life too. My God, he's shaking, Arjuna. Trembling. Then namaskritva and doing salutation to Bhagavan. Bhuya again and again. Krishna, he spoke to Krishna now. Sagadgadam, how he spoke? Sagadgadam means he voice trembling, he choking, stuttering, everything went wrong with his voice. Choked voice. Bhita, fear in his heart. Now see, this is a wonderful thing about being introduced suddenly to the vastness of the greatness of God. That is why this whole path is laid out very nicely before us, very slowly, one step at a time. Arjuna has become bewildered, scared, shaking, trembling, because in a sudden he got the whole flash of the reality before him. This jiva, his intellect is not equipped. That is why I keep telling people, all of these things which you see, where people claim Durga came on me, Hanuman came on me. Please stop all of these things. If Hanuman came on you, your equipment is not ready for that. The thing will blow to smithereens. Bhagwan didn't come on him. Bhagwan just gave him a little vision. Bhagwan just gave him a little vision. And he's shaken. Bhita, bhita. Bhagwan repeat the word. So scared. Bhita, bhita. Bhi means fear. Bhita, bhita means scared. Bhita, bhita. He's scared out of his wits. I mean, this equipment has to be developed over lifetimes, When you are born in the next life, you are born with a stronger constitution, because the more spiritual you are. A stronger constitution, and more, and greater, and more. So that thing will be able to be. I'll give you another example of this thing. Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi once tried to give his mother moksha. He put his hand on her. And in that process, she bawled out in pain and she said, "Leave me." And he, that time, pulled back his hand and left the whole thing. Because that equipment was not yet developed to bear that realization. So it is not only that the person has to become mentally and intellectually qualified, but the equipment has to grow in the same measure to be able to bear such a being. And that happens over lifetimes. He just get a little vision now and he can't stand it now. His voice choked, he can't say anything, trembling, shaking, whole body shaking, just by seeing a little bit. And he does salutations to Bhagwan. Pranamya, Bhita Bhita, Sagadgadam, with his voice choked. But then he says now, Sthane Hrishikesha, Arjuna Uvacha. Sthane Hrishikesha Tava Prakirtya.
Sthane Hrishikesha Tava Prakirtya.
Jagat Prahishyatyanurajyate cha.
Jagat Prahishyatyanurajyate cha.
Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti.
Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti.
Sarve Namasyanti cha Siddha Sanghaha.
Sarve Namasyanti cha Siddha Sanghaha.
Kasmacha tena nameran mahatman.
Kasmacha tena nameran mahatman.
Gariyase brahmanopyadi kartre.
Gariyase brahmanopyadi kartre.
Ananta devesha jagannivasa.
Ananta devesha jagannivasa.
Tvamaksharam sadasattat param yat.
Tvamaksharam sadasattat param yat.
Tavami deva. Tvamadideva Purusha Puranaha.
Tvamadideva Purusha Puranaha.
Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam.
Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam.
Vetasi Vedyam cha Param cha Dhama.
Vetasi Vedyam cha Param cha Dhama.
Tvaya tatam Vishwamanantarupa.
Tvaya tatam Vishwamanantarupa.
Tvaya tatam Vishwamanantarupa.
Tvaya tatam Vishwamanantarupa.
Arjuna Uvacha. Now in that state, with his little bit of voice left, Gadgadam. Gad Gira Nayana Bahanira. Tulsidaji's description of that. in Navati, in Ramayana. You heard that? Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Mama gun gavat pulak sarira.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Gad gad gira nayan bhanira.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Mama gun gavat pulak sarira.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Gad gad gira nayan bhanira.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Raghuram.
Jai Raghuram.
Jai Sita Ram.
Jai Sita Ram.
Syavara Ramachandra ki jai. What a nice verse of Tulsidas. She's speaking about a devotee whose voice becomes choked in singing the glories. Here Arjuna seeing the glories of Bhagavan. They're singing the glories of Bhagavan. His voice becomes choked and his hair stand on, and same thing has happened to Arjuna. Pulaka sarira. Like that. And now in that state of mind, he is speaking now. These words are coming up. Oh Prabhu, sthane Rishikesha tava prakirtya. It is only fitting that the whole world revere you. They praise you. They worship you. They sing your glories. Now I know why people are singing your glories. Arjuna's mother Kunti had so much love for Bhagavan. Now only Arjuna will be understanding why Kunti loved Bhagavan so much. Jagat prahishyatyanurajyate cha. You bring joy to the world. The world gets joy from you. And affection and love and everything they get. The world gets from you. Rakshansi bhitani dishodravanti. And all the so on the one side, see, both things are coming in one verse now. On the one side, you bring joy to the world and you bring fear to the Rakshasas in this world. Now see, that is not Bhagwan's fault. That is the world's fault, you know. The Rakshasas fear the Lord. See, let me tell you something. All crooks and criminals and all these fellas, right? When they do wrong thing, that is why they run and hide. That's why they try to cover their tracks, right? Because they are afraid of the law. It's not that the law is meant to scare people. They being afraid of the law is that not that the law was meant to scare people. The law is not written to scare people. But when we break the law, then you think, oh, the police catch me. Then you wear your seatbelt and you see the policeman coming down there. You're talking on the phone and you see the police. Wait, just now I'll call you back. You get scared. Not that the law was meant to scare. Why not there to scare anybody? So we scare ourselves. Yes. So Kshansi Bhitani, they show Dravanti and they run in all directions. You scare all these Rakshasas and they run in all directions as though. As though you scare them. Sarve Namasyanti Shasiddha Sangaha. And then see, different people do different things. The world gets joy from Bhagavan. Devotees and Bhaktas get joy from Bhagavan. The Rakshasas are scared of Bhagavan. And all the Rishis and Munis, they prostrate to Bhagavan. Namasyanti Siddha Sangaha. The groups. How different people respond to the Lord in. Let me tell you something. There are 7 billion people in this world. And there are 7 billion worlds. Because all of us see our own world. Everybody sees his own world. In the very same way, everybody sees the Lord in his own way. So some people are scared of the Lord. Some people are in love with Bhagavan. Oh, my Prabhu is there in everything. Some people revere Bhagavan. This is a different type of devotees, you see. Kasmat chate naname ran mahatman. And why should they not bow down to you? Why should they not revere you? Gariyase, you supersede Brahmana api adikartre. You supersede even Brahmaji. You are responsible for his presence also. So why should they not revere you and worship you and prostrate to you? You supersede even Brahmaji. Ananta devesha jagan nivasa. The whole universe reposes in you. All countless gods and beings and all different denizens of the different regions, all of them repose in you only. Limitless you are. Deva Isha, the Lord of the whole hordes of gods and all beings. Tomaksharam, you are the imperishable reality itself. Sadasapta param. Yet, you are that which supersedes and goes beyond all sat and asat. Being and non-being. How Arjuna has now come to recognize it. He's singing praise of Bhagavan all the time he's giving discourse. Tamadi Deva Purusha Purana. Tamadi Deva, you are the first and foremost of all beings in this universe. Adi. First and foremost. Purusha, supreme being. Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are the repository of this entire universe. Vettasti Vedyam. Chaparam Chathama. Vettasi, you are the only knower. You are the one who knows everything. And you are Vedyam, the thing only to be known. Only one thing to be known. Param Chathama, the supreme abode. Tvaya Tatam Vishwamananta Rupam. By you alone is pervaded this whole limitless universe. You pervade everything. So now see. First, Bhagavan was telling Maya Tatamidam Sarvam. Jagadavyaktam Murtina Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Manigana. Even all of these verses we saw previously. Everything is pervaded by me, there is nothing except me. That was all Bhagavan talking to Arjuna. Now Arjuna telling back the same thing to Bhagavan. Because now he see it. He now know. He now know what Bhagavan talking about. That time only words passing, you see. Now he himself telling, by you the whole universe is pervaded. There is nothing in this universe except you. These verses I told you, where Arjuna is praising Bhagavan here, this is like a prayer. People memorize them. This is Jiva praising Bhagavan. People memorize all of these verses. Now, there are many, many technical Vedantic points in all of this. Inside of there are many things for us to learn from a Vedanta standpoint. I am just skimming over these verses from a superficial level here because we are dealing with a general audience. So things for you to look out inside there, that there is only one thing which is knowable. One is Vedyam. That only Bhagavan is knowable. You tell me if you could know anything in this world. There is only one Vedyam thing to be known. In this world you cannot know anything conclusively. You will know that thing to some level because it is a manifestation which is limited. A limited manifestation is made up of a fundamental reality. So you can't know the manifestation, you could only know the reality. So there's a technical point in Vedanta. So if you think that you know anything in this world, you take Upanishad. If you really think that you know anything in this world, think again. The Upanishad says, Yasyamatam tasyamatam. What? It means he who thinks he knows, he really doesn't know. So then, and see how people, when I know something, I know this is the only true form of God, and for that he killing people. And where he knows is nothing. He knows zilch. But what he doesn't know, he thinks he knows, and he's killing people too. Based on that. So only you know, Vetta Asi. Only you know, Prabhu. And you are the one knowable thing in this universe. Therefore, the student, you have to see the Mundaka Upanishad. The student goes to the teacher and he tells the teacher, oh great Guru, you please teach me that thing. Yaj jnatva sarvamidam vijnatam. Everything becomes known. There is only one such thing. So all about knowledge and our pride in knowledge and this and that. Look, you only have relative knowledge. That thing is relatively true. Whatever you know, that is only relatively true from a certain standpoint. You just change the standpoint. It is totally untrue. So that's why I'm telling you. In all of these verses, there are many technical. I just got technical there, which I have not been doing. That. This is getting technical into the verses. Even in the next line. Tvaya tatam vishwamananta rupam. By you, the whole world is pervaded. Lord pervades the whole world. The technical point included there, involved there, the technical point is when you say the whole world is pervaded by you, we mean you are the whole world. There is nothing except you. That is technical. That is philosophical, metaphysical. There is nothing except Bhagwan. You may see a variety, but not because you see it, that means it is true. In fact, I just told you, it is our eyes that blind us. It is the eyes that show the variety, na? So a lot of technical things involved there, and also a nice, wonderful episode in devotion. Because Arjuna has now seen Bhagavan, and his devotee has really done what he is supposed to do. When you have become bewildered to that point, the only thing to do is to surrender. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Kritanjalit with his hands. Surrender before Bhagavan. You see the might and majesty of the infinite Lord. But you have no choice but to surrender. And he continues, which we shall see tomorrow.